Have you been visualizing your dream life, repeating affirmations, doing everything right, and yet wealth still feels far away? You're not lacking discipline. You're not blocked by bad luck. You're running on a survival pattern that says, more is unsafe, receiving is risky. Overflow means loss. Behind every "I deserve abundance" is a nervous system quietly whispering, "But do I survive if I receive it?" And here's the truth. Wealth doesn't come to the loudest desire. It comes to the calmest receiver. You don't attract what you affirm. You attract what you feel safe to hold. In this video, you'll begin a deep healing journey, not just to change your money mindset, but to rewrite the emotional, energetic, and somatic story your body carries about wealth. Through 5 powerful parts, you'll discover the subconscious money wounds passed down to you, learn how to shift from chasing to receiving, rebuild emotional trust in your relationship with money, and receive potent healing affirmations to anchor peace, power, and permission. You don't need more hustle. You need a safer relationship with receiving. This video is rich with insights and practices to help you calm the part of you that feels unsafe with overflow. Speak to your inner child with love, not shame. Anchor healing affirmations like, "It's safe to have more than I've ever had. I no longer chase. I receive with peace. Wealth flows to the most regulated version of me." This isn't just spiritual theory. It's nervous system realignment. It's soul retrieval. It's the path back to true energetic worthiness. Let's begin. Pause for a moment and feel what happens in your body when you hear this word, money. Do you feel open or tense, grounded or braced? That reaction is where we begin. Most people think they're blocked from money because they don't work hard enough, or because they're not good at manifesting. But the truth is, you're not blocked. You're protecting yourself. Your body remembers when money was tied to fights between your parents, conditional love or approval, pressure, guilt, or absence. So now, even as you try to call in abundance, your nervous system flinches, not because you're unworthy, but because a deeper part of you is trying to keep you safe. When the body has learned that money equals danger, no amount of mental affirmations will override that programming. You may think you're self-sabotaging. You're not. You're self-protecting. Understanding that distinction changes everything. Your nervous system is loyal to one thing: survival. If you learned early on that money brings conflict, loss, or rejection, then even the idea of financial expansion can trigger an internal shutdown. The part of you that wants more is real, but so is the part that whispers, "It's not safe." So what do? We create a new signal, a new truth, one that gently, slowly teaches your body that it's safe to receive. Healing begins by locating the fear, not fighting it. Try this. Close your eyes. Say the word money out loud. Notice what arises. Where do you feel it in your body? Tightness, heat, numbness. This is the language of your money wound, and it is ready to be heard. You can't manifest freely if your body believes wealth is a threat, but you can begin to heal. You are not too broken to receive. You are just carrying a body that was taught to brace. Let's teach it something new. Let's show it that peace is possible, even when money is present. Not all money beliefs are yours. Many are inherited, passed down through generations, shaped by scarcity, survival, war, or emotional silence around finances. You were born into an emotional ecosystem long before you entered an economic one. What you believe about money may have been shaped not by truth, but by tension, fear, and unspoken family patterns. You may have heard, "We don't talk about money. Money is the root of all evil. People like us don't get rich. Wealthy people are corrupt or greedy. Be grateful for what you have. Don't ask for more." These aren't universal truths. They are trauma scripts, encoded in your nervous system and passed down like invisible DNA. Maybe money was used as control, or love was withheld unless you were responsible with it. Maybe success meant you'd be different from your family, and subconsciously, that felt unsafe. But here's the key. You don't have to dishonor your lineage to evolve it. You are allowed to update the contract. You are allowed to love your family and stop reenacting their survival scripts. You can rewrite the story without betraying where it came from. Let's try something together. Think of 3 money beliefs you heard growing up. Things like, "We can't afford that." "People like us don't get rich." "You have to suffer to succeed." Now pause and ask yourself, whose voice is this? Is this truth, or is it protection? Let that question land. Then out loud, or quietly in your heart, say, "I release all the old negative beliefs about money. That's not my story anymore." Say it again, slowly. Let it echo. Because every time you say it with awareness, you're not just talking. You're breaking an invisible agreement with the past. You are not broken. You are not greedy. You are remembering your right to be supported. You might be telling the universe, "I'm ready for more," but your body might still be whispering, "More is dangerous." This is why so many people feel frustrated in their manifestation journey. Not because their mindset is wrong, but because their nervous system is still in survival mode. The body remembers everything. It remembers the tension during every financial crisis, every anxious parent's voice saying, "We can't afford that," every time wealth was followed by loss, guilt, or punishment. So even when you consciously desire overflow, your body can still contract around the idea. You may think you're manifesting lack, but you're actually manifesting from protection. You cannot become magnetic to abundance while your nervous system is bracing for impact. But here's the good news. The body can unlearn. You can teach it to associate receiving with calm, not chaos, with steadiness, not shame, with grounding, not guilt. Practice somatic repatterning. Find a quiet space. Sit or lie down. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Take 3 deep breaths. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Now say, out loud, "It's safe to have more than I've ever had before." Notice what happens. Where does your body react? Tension in the chest, flutter in the gut, a subtle freeze. Don't force it away. Just breathe. Be with it. Let the reaction soften like fog in the morning. Repeat this practice daily. Let your body start building new associations with receiving. This is not spiritual performance. This is nervous system repair. You don't become worthy of wealth by proving anything. You become ready for it by feeling safe with it. So ask yourself gently, what would it feel like to be fully supported? What would it mean if wealth didn't come with pressure? Let your body respond, not just with thoughts, but with breath, stillness, and subtle release. Because wealth is not a test. It's an invitation to rest in the truth of your enoughness. And when your body finally relaxes into receiving, the universe follows. You've been taught to chase money, to prove your worth, to earn your right to relax. But here's the deeper truth. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you feel safe to trust. And most people don't trust money. They fear it, or obsess over it, or resent it, but they don't feel emotionally safe around it. And guess what? Money doesn't trust people who secretly hate it either. It doesn't want to live in homes where it's feared or shamed or blamed for everything that's wrong. So let's ask the real question. What kind of relationship do you want with money? If money were a person, a presence, how would you treat it? Would you avoid it, manipulate it, cling to it, fear its absence, or pretend you don't care? Because money is relational, not magical, not mechanical. It's not a god to worship, not a demon to slay. It's a mirror, a companion, a sacred exchange. And like any relationship, it thrives on trust, consistency, and honesty. Try this dialogue exercise. Get a piece of paper, write at the top, "Dear Money," without censoring yourself. Let your truth pour out. Say everything you've been afraid to admit, your fear, your desire, your resentment, your need. Now pause, take a deep breath, write a response. As money itself, let money speak back to you. What does it want you to know? What does it fear? What does it love about you? This practice rewires shame into intimacy. It takes your relationship with money from reactive to reflective, from one-sided to sacred. You are no longer chasing, you're co-creating. You're not begging for approval, you're building trust. So say this now, gently. Money, I'm ready to see you differently. I'm willing to rebuild this with presence and peace. Every time you say it and mean it, you're planting seeds for wealth that doesn't run away when things get calm. You're not too late. You're just arriving in a new kind of relationship. You've done the inner work. You've seen the patterns. You've felt the fear, and you've stayed present. Now comes the most radical act of all. Stop chasing. Start allowing. Because wealth isn't a finish line. It's a frequency, and you're either aligned with it or bracing against it. And here's the thing. Most people are stuck in a chase loop, always striving, always proving, always overextending. But the ones who truly receive, they do something different. They create space, they regulate, they anchor. They let abundance arrive because their energy says, it's safe here. Why chasing pushes money away? Chasing energy is always tied to lack. It says, I don't have it, I need it, I'm not enough without it. It's often rooted in old wounds, the need to be chosen, validated, saved, or seen. But money doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to embodiment. It flows toward the version of you who feels grounded enough to hold it. So let's break the loop. Practice embodied receiving. Sit still. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Say aloud, I am no longer chasing. I am ready to receive. It is safe for me to be supported without struggle. Visualize wealth as a soft presence, not a finish line, not a prize, just energy, already on its way because you stopped sprinting and started listening. Receiving isn't passive, it's powerful. It says, I trust life, I trust myself. So ask yourself, what am I ready to stop proving? Where can I soften control? How would I behave if wealth were already here? Let your body answer before your mind does. Because in the end, you don't need to hustle to be chosen by money. You need to choose yourself, fully, quietly, and without delay. Final affirmation. I am safe. I am steady. I am supported. Wealth flows to the most regulated version of me. Breathe into it. Let it settle. Because now you're not forcing manifestation, you're living it. You've been asking for wealth, but maybe wealth has been waiting for you. Not the you who hustles for validation. Not the you who begs the universe with fear hidden behind affirmations. Not the you who performs perfection to feel safe, but the real you, the steady you, the version of you who says, I no longer abandon myself to be acceptable. This journey isn't about chasing dreams. It's about remembering the part of you who's already worthy of living them. You are not here to earn rest through exhaustion. You are here to let rest become your magnetism. So if this video spoke to your soul, let it settle. Let it integrate. Let it change how you breathe when you speak about money. Comment below, I no longer chase, I receive with peace. Share this with someone who's been silently struggling with worth and wealth. This message may be the exact permission they've been waiting for. Subscribe if you're ready to walk this path of healing, embodiment, and soul-aligned abundance. One breath at a time. You're not late. You're just becoming ready, and money is already listening. Let your energy be the invitation, not the effort.